No, 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 no.
No, God!
All right, let's go. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Really appreciate you all for tuning in. My name is Law Nation. That's LAW Nation. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about it. There's one way you got to talk about it, and you already know how it goes, Cowboy Nation. The Dallas Cowboys decided to fire Mike Nolan and Tomsula, and that is a situation where we got to look at it and say, to ourselves, man, all right, so this is something new. Normally the Cowboys just stay with somebody forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And my thing is, yes, we did see some turnovers, some takeaways at the last part of the game, but it wasn't enough. Historically bad defenses is always historically bad defense. Goes down in the history books of time that this defense was the worst, and it settled in on a lot of people's minds. Appreciate you making sense. So here's the situation. Like I said in my earlier video, I like it. I like it when I'm wrong. You know, I don't know it all, and I definitely would never try to be breaking news guy. So let's put that on the shelf, right? Last year, when I said, hey, man, they won't get rid of Jason Garrett, the very same day they got rid of Jason Garrett. So I need to stop saying things, right? No. I need to start saying things. I need to start. Let me know if I'm too loud because I see that I'm red over here. Let me know if you guys can still hear me. Let me know if I'm not distorted or anything. But historically bad, yes, it's historically bad. The CFZ, yes. So now that we look at it, like I said in my earliest video this morning, it took me forever to prepare, actually. Brother had so many things going on. But I will say this, though, Cowboy Nation. When we think about this and when we say to ourselves, all right, cool, they got rid of this guy. And that's what I wanted them to do if you're going to get rid of him. Don't hold on to him for so long. Don't hold on so long that it was just like when Jason Garrett got fired. Mike McCarthy was still in the building. They was interviewing Marvin Lewis. We was thinking about it like, hey, is this a situation and a scenario that, hell, they just looking for a defensive coordinator and just going to keep Jason Garrett? Will it be George Edwards? Here's why it's so important to go out there and grab your guy. I can't hear myself, but I can. I think you guys can hear me. That you can go out there and grab your guy, because the philosophy building starts now. Let me repeat, the philosophy building starts now. And if you do not go out there and say to yourself and look at everybody in the eyes of the players and say, okay, last year was an F up. Last year was on me. But this year, I got to figure things out. That's the head coach talking. And I got this defensive coordinator. And this is what he looks for in the free agency. Oh, and this is what he looked for in the draft. You got to have everybody on the same page. We can't be going into this situation saying, okay, now I'm a 3-4 defense. Oh, no. Now I'm a 4-3 defense. Oh, let's just mix them together. Let's be a hybrid defense, right? So out of this list, it got to be somebody that can fit well, like a glove. They got to fit well in the system. They got to understand that the pressure and the media, all of those things count, because that is what the Cowboys do. They're going to have multitude of interviews, multitude of media talk, multitude of Super Bowl or bust. That's coming. That's flat out coming. I guarantee you my bottom dollar. This team, Super Bowl contention. Every year during the offseason, the Dallas Cowboys, since Jerry Jones bought the team, been undefeated during the offseason. Even when we went 5-11 3 years in a row, 8-8 3 years in a row, Super Bowl. Would Mike Zimmer be a good replacement for if the Vikings fire him? Yeah, hell yeah. Whoever they hire got to come with the mindset that they got to first. To me personally, it got to fall on Mike McCarthy's system, because Mike McCarthy, even though he is the quote unquote head coach, offensive-minded guy, but he got to sign off on him, because I do not want that old crazy news that we had last year, or this year basically, this season, talking about where we didn't have the rapport. We didn't have the time to work together and work out with each other. We don't need to hear that repentance. No way. Law secondary coaches need to go too. This is draft time for your mind. Whoever they decide to let go, they need to go back into this thing. They need to understand and know.
The longer we take making decisions, it hurts our future. Dak's signing, Nolan being fired, get it done like you said so we can get top candidates. Aloha, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate you, Young Wilson, for the donation to help elevate the nation. Yes, the longer we take to make the decision hurts the future. That's exactly what he said in that particular chat there. I really appreciate you so much for making the donation to help elevate this thing. I really do. It's one of those things whereas we look at it and say, yeah, you're helping this thing grow tremendously. I can't wait, and I hope and I pray that this year starts off a whole lot better than last year as relates to this pandemic, because if we can go out there to Oxnard and so I can actually see with my natural eyes what's going on, opposed to getting second and third hand information, man, it'll be a whole lot better. And hopefully all of this stuff can be all rectified by the time we get out there in Oxnard, if they have it out there in Oxnard. Making sense, appreciate you. Before the Cowboys get a defensive coordinator, they need to sign Dak. This is from Louis. Louis V. My thing is 1,000% right. Because here's the situation. The defensive coordinator need to know how much money he got to play with. Let me get one of these right here. The defensive coordinator need to know what he got. Now, if it's George Edwards, he's already in the system. He already know the flow. And I'm glad that they said a pair of guys. Tomsula name is on there. I'm glad that there's multitude of guys and Mike Nolan is there instead of just one. Because now we can look at this thing and say, all right, cool. Leon Lett, are you going to be the defensive line coach now? I know you the individual guy, but will you be the line coach now? Or are we going to go out there in the market of looking at everybody and saying, okay, who are we going to bring in now? What philosophy are we going to bring in now? What are we going to bring to the table? That needs to be the situation now, what we all going to look at. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Edwards, let me see what Dak win. JS2, appreciate you. Yes, he's been here before, so this is the second go around, so maybe he already know how to walk around in this building. But George Edwards need to stand on the table and say, okay, this is what I believe in. These are my core principles. Hey, I need to bring in somebody that can help this secondary out, especially in the middle of the field. I told y'all it could have been a situation just like this, I believe it or not. George Edwards could have been banging on the table saying, hey, Donovan Wilson need to be out there. Donovan Wilson need to be out there. And the other coach could be like, nah, dog. He haven't earned his stripes yet. We still got to work out this. We still got to work out that. He been banging on the table. Get Donovan Wilson out there. Get Donovan Wilson out there. But as the assistant coach or one of those positional group coaches, you don't have a lot or a leg to stand on. You don't. Appreciate you, Mac. Appreciate you. Will the new defensive coordinator be hired before the draft? Question mark. They should be hired before the draft. That's the operative word, should. Because if not, man, it'll be nothing changed. It will be absolutely the same thing that happened over and over again from the previous administration. It will. It will be. Let me see what we got. Tavis.
Will the new DC be hired before the draft? It's necessary to establish identity before 2021 season.
No doubt. We got to. It's a must. It's a
The
necessary.
defense won't be historically bad next year. You can believe that. Smiley face. Smiley face.
Shout out to you, Tavis, man. You're right. It would not be historically bad. For one thing. Oh, I'm going to ask you about that, Ryan. Appreciate you. For one thing, I know for sure we're not going to implement a new system and a philosophy. I can tell you that. I can flat out tell you that. We will not be implementing a new system and a philosophy. Let me see if I can put this up there. Bam, there we go. Yeah, so y'all can see the comments there. So if it ever so happened to go down the line of histories of time, we can say, nah, dog.
Fire is in gameplay. We could not stop the run. You can run a 52, but run the run stop version. No in-game adjustments.
That's Michael. Yeah, Andrews. Yeah, that what got him there. Let me see what this one was about. Let me go all the way back up. I read that one, Tavis. Let me see what Mac Wood had to say. Really appreciate you, Mac. Let me see what we had here. Appreciate you, everybody, man, that tuned in, that dropping the super chats. I really appreciate you. Really do. Here we go. Give me 1 second. Here we go.
Will the new DC be hired before the draft? It's necessary to establish identity before 2021 season.
No doubt. All right, so my thing is with that being said, the reason why that have to be established, and I know I talked about it earlier, is the number one rule is defenses won down in the trenches. And if you have a coach that does not believe in the fundamentals of the front four and looking at it like we comfortable with the guys we got, then we would not invest in that area. That is the major problem. Now, with this particular team, when we think about it, when we look at everything from A to Z, defenses is won. We're down in the trenches. Game is won down in the trenches, even on the offensive side of the ball. So my belief, my thoughts of this is when we look at this thing, Cowboy Nation, we got to say to ourselves, okay, cool. If our core principles are defense and we need to have it in the trenches, and we got one defensive coordinator saying, well, one person on the defense saying, go get Barmore. We need to get Barmore. And then you got the other guy from the offensive side who got more weight probably. Nah, we need Alex Leatherwood. And the mock draft that I've been proposing or putting out there, it's going to be a toss-up between Barmore, basically, and Leatherwood. And which one of those guys would you guys prefer? I'm going to read in the chat. Javon Holland from Oregon, that's dependent on, that's all dependent on the defensive coordinator. Marvin Lewis for defensive coordinator. We will see about that, Rango. That will be nice. Appreciate everybody, man. If you here, hit that like button, share this content, let a friend, neighbor, foe know where to go. I did some mocks, whereas Marvin Wilson That joker dropped all the way to the 4th. Leatherwood in the 2nd. Let me see what somebody says. Leatherwood in the 2nd. This is from Ryan. Will be a blessing. A lot of times makes sense. Marvin Wilson over Barmore. This is from Cowboy Mike. Man, there's going to be something. Look, here's the craziest thing of it all. The draft is always the area of unknown. The draft is always an angle where we look at it and we say to ourselves, all right, if we get said player, this would happen. Or if we get said player, that would happen. The reality of it is that we would never know because coaching plays such a major role. Scheme plays a major role. System plays a major role. So all of those things plays a major role. And newsflash, there's nobody that can really actually grade the draft year one. Normally it takes 2 to 3 years to grade a solid draft. Anybody coming out with grades for the first year, I got land on the moon for sale, if you're going to accept that. Now we can look at it and say, yes, this guy sparked out. Yes, this guy performed. Stelios, yes, sir. Nolan and Tomsula gone about dang time. Man, appreciate you. I don't know why the AI didn't pick it up, but maybe she's off a little bit, but she will pick it up. There she go. Pick it up. Where's she at? She don't want to talk today. Huh? She ain't want to speak.
Nolan and Tomsula gone. About dang time.
Yeah. She finally wanted to speak today. She on vacation. She on vacation mode. She late. Yeah, cute y'all. It's just all of y'all up in here. Really appreciate everybody just up in here. Y'all know when y'all jump up in here, man, it get me crunk. I really appreciate everybody. Man, y'all get up here. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes!
Blow y'all eardrums away. Oh my goodness, man. I done killed you. I done woke you up, man. Somebody was trying to go to sleep. They woke up now. Let me see some fire emojis in the chat box. I need it. Defensive back, safety, defensive tackle, offensive tackle. First 4 rounds. This is from Louis V. My thing is, I'm a defensive-minded guy. I am. I'm biased when it comes to the other positions. I really believe that defense can win championships, right? I really believe that. If you guys believe it, just put defense in the chat box, man. If you guys believe defense can win championships, just put defense in the chat box. And if anybody want to have a debate about that, just put that down in the chat box. I really believe that defense wins championships. I'm going to say it like I mean it again. I believe that defense wins championships. I believe that even if you sign Dak Prescott, you still have some remuneration, some money left on the table to win you championship with the defense. If you go out there and do the right thing in this draft, if you go out there and do the right thing as it relates to 1 or 2 pieces on this defense, but I ain't talking about TJ Maxx, and I ain't talking about Marshall's, Burlington Coat Factory, whatever you call that store. I'm not talking about it. And there's nothing wrong, shout out to your Law Nation fan, of going there and shopping there. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. How R. Kelly said, I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. There's nothing wrong with a little bump and grind down there in the TJ Maxx stores. Bumping and grinding. But you got to at least get you some dog Justin Simmons. Look, the craziest thing of it all, right? He costs what, 12, 13 mil, right? We got a bunch of guys last season that equate to 12 to 13 million, and we cut them. We sat there and paid. We had on the books Tyrone Crawford. Y'all can put his nickname in the chat box, but I'm not finna sully and denigrate the man's name because he's on his way out. Here's the thing. They paid that brother $10 million. We could have got multiple pieces. Let me know if I'm wrong. Shout out to you, Stelios. But here's the situation. And here's the scenario. Is Dak Prescott better? And I'm going to put this out there. Is he better than a Brad Johnson? Let me say that for you guys, yes. A Trent Dilfer. Didn't he win a Super Bowl? Yes. Oh, is he better than a Eli Manning? So we got to stop looking at the quarterback and saying, okay, all right, cool. We need one of those supreme, superior arm talent quarterbacks. And I think that Dak Prescott, before he got the injury, we can see that he was heading that way. He was on pace for close to 6,000 yards or beyond. Now, we talked about Dak Prescott, which is cool. Let's put that on the shelf. Okay, now we look at the defensive side of the coin. Where do we need help at the most? In the middle. I love what Gallimore is doing. I love what he brings to the table. I still have the world's biggest reservations on Tristan Hill. Even when I went to go look back and I was doing the film on Jalen, I was just looking at all of the film, looking at all of the clips, looking at everything that I could find and see, and sitting there saying to myself, man, that front, I'm looking at Tristan Hill getting folded up like a lawn chair. I'm looking at number 98. Man, he's been like an old wallet. You know, the wallet is so old that you put cards in there and you put the money in there that's just falling out. I said, man, that is what we was relying on to stop the run. We were relying on those guys. And I saw Big Poe. Now, the first few games, yes, he showed up a little bit. That big brother, he looked like he was leaning on people and they wasn't even going to run his way. But the problem is when you that big and you that massive and you trying to do that two gap. First quarter, you won all day. He won. Second quarter, okay, he winning. Third quarter, oh, man, he getting his butt whooped. Like he getting thrown all around the place, out of shape, getting pulled left and right. They taking advantages of him. The craziest thing is the offensive line sitting there like, okay, you got me, big dog, big fella. You got me. You knocked me down, but I'll be back. Around late second quarter, early third, they said that, and everybody who played any type of sport, when you hear that, I know I got you. I got you. That's what they was doing with Big Poe. They were just moving him around like old cheap furniture. And people fail to realize that. So they had the right idea, but didn't have the right connect. The Cowboys had the right idea of sitting there saying, okay, now we're going to invest in that front, or we're going to put in a piece, but they put in an old broken down piece, right? Look, my grandma used to say this all the time. There's people in hell with great intentions. That's what the Cowboys had. They had great intentions. Well, let's go get a McCoy. They even said during a couple of weeks ago that, hey, let's bring back a McCoy. The brother long in the tooth. The tooth so long it stand by itself. Can't give him a carrots to eat. Can't give him corn to eat or a hard apple. That tooth going to be gone. Terry Lee, appreciate you so much for joining in to the nation. So my thing is, yes, we back, baby. We back. Moved from 98 to the 50. Appreciate you. Cheap, unclaimed furniture. Rabbi Rob. Yeah, that's where we was at. But my thing is, Cowboy Nation, the new defensive coordinator that comes into the fold, he got to stand real tall and take to all of those guys. Man, it look good, don't it? Yeah, that offense look good. Y'all was still top 10 last year, right? Oh, my goodness, y'all was good, right? Yeah. What y'all want? Yeah, y'all was good. Y'all was doing all type of things out there. You got Ezekiel Elliott doing the celebratory feed me sign. You got Amari Cooper doing his thing. You got Michael Gallup catching the ball, pulling it out of the sky. CeeDee Lamb, oh, he's phenomenal. He's good, right? Oh, you had the tight ends, and then now you're getting one that's going to come back and these sorts of things. The offensive line was terrible, but you guys still was ranked top 10 in offense, collectively speaking. Let me know what's the official number, Cowboy Nation. Did they drop to 12 or 13? Let me know. But that defensive coordinator need to come in and say, How about this? How about this? Let me help this defense out. Let me make this defense top 10. And you guys can stay where you at. Let me make this defense top 10 with turnovers. Oh, let me make these guys actually fly out to the ball. And if anybody lackluster talent out there, hey, don't worry about it. They're going to hit the bench. Let's go play through these echoes of the whistle. Let's make the Dallas Cowboys doomsday defense great again. Let's go out there and make that happen, huh? Let me get one of these. Let me get one of these.
This is Sparta!
Let's go out there and let's make it so that when they come into our house, oh, it's going to be pain. It's going to be terrible trouble, and anything that come through here is going to be fire. Because at this time, I need to have that defensive coordinator say, I seen talent on the field. I've seen that you guys wasn't hustling to the ball. Oh, I saw that this guy did this and this guy did that, but was playing hero ball, not on my watch. Who we got here? Sign JS as Justin Simmons and a free agent. Trade down to number 15. Draft Ty Best, free safety on the board. Second round. Draft the best defensive lineman and linebacker. And we ready and we good. That dude sound like a good player. I don't know where my AI robot at, but she's late. Alden Smith isn't a defensive tackle. That stupid is from Kyle Collins. Yeah, they try to put him in the inside. They put him in the inside. Yeah. Somebody said, you damn right. You right. We will be good with Dak. This is from Jocelyn. All we need for Dak Prescott to do is not turn the ball over. All we need for Ezekiel Elliott to do is not turn the ball over. And all we need to do on the defensive side of the ball is actually not give up 40 yards and 50 yards of play. We need to have the special team the way they are doing. To me, the MVP, if I was to go down groupings, the MVP of this particular year, the most valuable team was special teams. Outside of the few missed kicks and all the crazy bonehead decision that Mike McCarthy did, but when they went and got that kicker, that punt kicker, what's his name? Somebody put his name in the chat box. The way he was able to flip the field, playing field positions, to me personally, that was the best move we had all off season. Well, all during the season, I meant to say, was him changing the field position. Was him getting out there trying to do his thing of changing the position, causing the defense or the offense to travel more than 30 yards to score a touchdown. Hunter, yeah, Jay Verse, appreciate you. No more obsolete defense. This is from System Please. This is 2021, not 2008. I feel exactly what you're saying. Finally, this is from Paulo the Leader. Yeah. For those who just not jumping in, the Dallas Cowboys announced that they releasing or firing Mike Nolan and Tomsula. I did a video this morning. I was 1,000,000% wrong. And guess what? What they say? It's loving you is wrong. I don't want to be right. However that song goes. Well, I don't want to be right if this is the thing and this is the situation, if this is what's going to happen, right? I was so wrong. On what's this guy named Jason Garrett last year. I said, man, the Cowboys not going to get rid of him. The exact same day, the Dallas Cowboys announced that they're firing. You know, I'm not a singer, though, but you guys get what I'm saying. They are firing Jason Garrett. And I come out this morning and I read the interview. I heard the interview from Mike McCarthy, and I said, okay, all right, cool. John Machota said this, and he said that, what Mike McCarthy said about Mike Nolan. And I said, man, this brother going to be like old furniture. He ain't moving nowhere, right? No Mulligan's Law. And I even put on there, Mike, that's what Mulligan's Mike. That was gonna be my slogan for the whole year for 2021. Mulligan Mikes, you know. And they just butchered everything, right? They just took everything from me. I was like, God dog it, but yes. Yeah. We should have. Who should they hire? This is from Jimmy Hudson. I was looking at this thing, and I was saying to myself, I'm not finna go through a list of all of the defensive coordinators that they should bring in until it's official. So now I got to do a whole bunch of homework, but I'm gonna take my time. I'm really gonna take my time because I'm not finna sit here and look at this thing and say, all right, cool. This is what's gonna happen. Nah. You lit up the fireworks, Chris Richard. Okay. I mean, let's give one from Chris Richard. Yeah. I think that they probably go with George Edwards. I think that that's who they're going to go with if I'm a betting man. By Alden Smith. Y'all think he's gone? Y'all think Alden Smith is gone? Do y'all think Alden Smith is gone? Yeah. Let's see. Let me see if I can tune into them right quick. Let's see what we got on the news right quick. Let me see.
Like Mark Paul,
Still on commercial break. Let me see what else we got over here. Appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Hey, if you're on Facebook, man, y'all please hit that share button. Share it around. Tell your friend, neighbor, phone where to go when they want to tune into Cowboy Sports Talk and Beyond. If you're on the Facebook, help a brother out. Really appreciate everybody that's on Facebook. We're trying to grow this thing. Let me know if I'm all clear. If you're on Twitch, I see people on Twitch. Appreciate you guys. I'm on multiple locations. I'm everywhere. I really appreciate everybody. Rex Ryan for sure. Which one of those Ryans that we had already? Was it Rob Ryan? Rex Ryan is the guy that said that he said something about Amari Cooper. What did he say about Amari Cooper? Was that Rex or Rob? I get those Ryan's brothers mixed up all the time. I do. I get those brothers mixed up all the time. Yeah. Dan Quinn for defensive coordinator. What's Dan Quinn? He a 4-3 or 3-4 guy. Y'all help me out. What's Dan Quinn? 3-4 or 4-3? It was Rob Ryan that we had. If we won't get Rex Ryan in the house, okay. And what did Rex Ryan call Amari Cooper? What did he call him? Y'all help me out. Let me see. I'm going to read some of your comments and see if you guys got it right here. He called him something. Oh, so he is a 4-3 guy. Okay. Jay Blazing in gaming. Yeah, I'll be gaming tonight. I'll try to do a marathon. I'll play the what's the name of that damn game? Grand Theft Auto. I'll try to play it all the way out tonight. Appreciate you, Keem. Appreciate you, Keem. Appreciate you. Let me see what they say right here. Turd, yeah, Jake, okay, so yeah, not Jake from State Farm, but Jake One Love 21. He said that he called him a turd. So I don't think that he's going to be here. I don't think that he will be here. Quiddy Pay, how about Quiddy Pay? I don't know. I like defensive guys in the first round. I do. I believe that we should go with defensive player. But at the 10th pick, you better fall on the situation where it's BPA. That's all I'm saying. You better fall on the situation where it's BPA. Best player available. Do not go out there and reach. And, hey, if you do the trade down situation, you better not fall on your face with it. Trade down situations always sound good on paper. And you be sitting there saying, okay, I can trade down. I get J.C. Horn. Then I might, in the second, get 2 second-round draft picks. It could fall right in my hand where I can get Alex Leatherwood and as well as Barmore. That can flat out happen. I seen mock drafts did it, and I did it one time on one of my mock drafts when we did the long episode. I've seen it happen. But what happened if J.C. Horn is not there? And your boy Barmore is not there. And you know what I'm saying? Alex Leatherwood is not there. It can be a crazy thing. That's why I say don't get too cute. Joseph Collins says Alden is gone. Mike Fisher said he does not like Dallas. Marvin Lewis, he with the question mark. Alden is gone. You know, the craziest thing of it, and shout out to you, Joseph. Shout out to Mike Fisher. Y'all go support his channel. Y'all support his page. He's a beat writer for 105.3 The Fan and the Cowboys. He does all type of great, excellent reporting and stuff like that. And he have all of the inside scoops, which is good. But I'm quite sure that Alden Smith, trainer, is right here in Dallas. We had him on the show, so we might have to reach out to him to bring him back on the late night hype. And he told us, yeah, his off-season trainers, he was on the show. And shout out to Big Game James for putting that information out there for us. But we'll find out what's the real deal with Aldon Smith within, let me see, give me 48 hours, and we'll find out what's the real deal with him. Jason, I had a breaking news that Dak Prescott has signed a clean deal. You heard breaking news, Jason? Now, here's the thing. If Dak Prescott, and if the Joneses really say that they love Dak Prescott and not giving us lip services and not out here telling us, okay, hey, we're going to put, where my pig at? I know I got my pig somewhere. Oh, okay, let me find my pig. She's somewhere around here. Y'all know I'm looking for my pig because y'all know. I'm putting my crime man up here right quick. That's me trying to find my pig. Where my pig at? I can't find Miss Piggy. I promise you. Boy. I can't find Miss Piggy. I can't find her. Oh, there she go. There she go. She was hiding. Here she go. Here she go. Y'all see the pig? And they ain't talking about Peppa Pig. Y'all see Miss Piggy? The Joneses, they love putting lipstick on a pig. And until I see the aficionado paper saying that Dak Prescott is signed for the remainder of his for a new contract for the remainder of 2021 and beyond, or what have you, I'm going to sit back and say, okay, whatever they saying is lip service. Because I would know what's really about this team going into 2021 season if they go ahead and sign the guy. If they go ahead and say, okay, it's enough for all of the talking. Because last I heard, they said the deal was done. Remember that? The deal was done. The deal was done. Let me repeat. The deal was done. The time ran out. Oh, you got all of the time now to do the negotiation for the nation. You definitely got all the time. Ain't this right, Miss Piggy? Huh? The piggy jumping over here. The piggy telling me I'm right. Yeah. And also, with that being said, Cowboy Nation, here's the craziest thing of it all. Stay still, Miss Piggy. Boy, y'all know I love bacon. but here's the thing here. And shout out to all of the vegans out there, you know, and I shouldn't have said that. Peter going to be after me. Peter, I'm just jokingly talking. You know, got to be all PC around here these days. But get out the way, pig. All right, so here's the thing. Where we look at the total picture of what the Joneses said about Dak Prescott, right? That they love him, that they want him to be on this team for blase, blase, blase. We would know whether or not they're true about it if they sign him long term. Now, it will remove all doubts whether or not they really believe in him if they go ahead and sign him, because since the deal was already said to be done, it's just that they ran out of time. So this deal should be like this. But here's the thing that a lot of people didn't even know. And the money and the price of the bag went up, yes. But it should. Why? Oh, don't you know that they're playing 16 games last year and that would never happen again? Don't you know that they approved 17 weeks of football? So now football is officially 18 weeks long because you still have the bye week or what have you. Let that sink in. So everybody who signed when the deal was at 16 weeks are getting less money compared to that extra week when it's 17. And everything, if you look around, everything is streaming now. Amazon. If for those who out there want to make a few money, I'm not an investor. I can't tell you where to go. But purchase some Amazon stocks. Jump on that money train. Oh, my portfolio with Amazon is looking good, looking nice. Wait, when they made the announcement that they're going to do prescriptions now? What my dollar sign at? I said, God dog, I should have been with Amazon in 95, in 96, 97. I'll probably have me a permanent sweep somewhere in the Dallas Jones's Cowboys Stadium over there in Arlington. I'm telling people that if I'm making extra coins and I'm not even on the NFL level, I can only imagine what they're going to do with this new collective the new collective bargaining agreement is already over, but this new TV deal, when it goes all the way through. But he's greedy. Shh. He trying to get some of that too. Man, I'm just trying to tell you guys the truth, man. I'm just trying to tell you guys the truth.
Entire season, and he was 4 of 15 from the field. The Mavs were 7 of 15 in those games. So
okay, so they're still talking about the Mavs. I'm gonna try to jump in when they talk about those Cowboys. JJ says, think the running back coach should get fired as well. This is JJ. Running back coach getting fired. I had my thoughts on Skip Pete, right? You know, he's the brother of Rodney Pete. Shout out to him. And this is his second wave being a Cowboys coach. I had my thoughts and reservations on Gary Brown, the previous running back coach. And after, because see, I'm not a breaking news guy, so I don't have all of the details. I'm only opinionated, and then I get a little vibe off of here and off of there. And by me being in Dallas, yes, that helps out for a few things, but it don't help out for everything. But finding out that Coach Brown had cancer and he was trying to fight for his life, and he's smaller than me now if you see a picture of him, you know, but he's still fighting and battling through. And I was pro of saying, like, get rid of him because he's only listening to Ezekiel Elliott, because I thought that even last year, just hear me out, we went and got a Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard was whatever year Tony Pollard rookie year, it was last year, right? And the whole saga of who Ezekiel Elliott and all of this, and it made me think. I had to really think really hard about, you know, the actual running backs coach, because he wasn't even fighting for Tony Pollard to get out there on the field. And to make a long story short, Coach Brown versus the Skip Pete, I think that most of the anger, most of the frustration should not be at the coach, but it should be. Shout out to you, Dexter Baker, man. Thank you so much for the $4.99 for your mind. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. But a lot of it was last year. Yes, appreciate you, Albert. Appreciate you so much, man. So it was a lot to do with that, right? So when I started looking at everything, started looking back at film and things like that, here's the situation. And I know I'm long-winded with this. I can't get mad at both of the running back coaches, Skip Pete nor Coach Brown. We gotta start looking at Kellen Moore. That's just the bottom line. Because the running backs, they're still doing their job. They hit the hole, they plant the foot, they tote the ball high, right? They kind of tuck it in. They're not carelessly running the ball. And I know that Ezekiel Elliott had a lot of fumbles this year. Whole bunch of them. Old folks say a whole heap of them. But I'm looking at the design. And go back and look at the design of the running plays. Had nothing to do with the running back individual coaching. It's the design. Like Big Cat Leon Lett been here for a minute, for many of cups of coffee. He have nothing to do with the scheme, right? I think that those boys are still doing their job. He teaching Leon Lett, as crazy as he was when he was with the silver and blue running around, doing all of those crazy things with the play against the Bills with Dumb BB knocked the ball out of him, or he dove on the ball. Big Cat Leon Lett, when he dove on the ball at Miami game. The craziest thing of it all, he's always been technically sound. His technique always been there. So he ain't going nowhere. Leon Lett ain't going nowhere. So you can bring in anybody as a new defensive coordinator. Leon Lett ain't going nowhere. He teaching those guys what they need to do. He teaching those guys how to get the disengagement, use the hand placement, knock it off, dip shoulders. And the craziest thing, what I've learned more by going up there to Oxnard is Big Cat Leon Lett, regardless of anybody out there in the coaching staff. And I guarantee you, there's nobody that can challenge me on this one. You see Leon Lett out there first. That big boy is already out there. The first person out there on the field, waiting for the defensive guys to come on. Big Cat is always there. He's teaching those brothers. And if anything, look at what Kerry Hyder learned from Big Cat. And now he's over there to 49ers land. But it is what it is. My thing is this team, they really need to figure this out. They really need to figure this out before the free agency. They need to figure this out before the draft. They do. Those are the two areas. And also, the phase before the free agency will be your in-house guys. Who you going to keep? Who you want to continue to develop? Who you going to have in that room? I need to have that defensive coordinator to come in and say, hey, this guy's nothing. He's worthless. I think a paperweight could do more jobs than him. He's gone. We need that type of defensive coordinator to get out there. And the best thing that I wish for and I hope for and I pray, I really do pray for this, that the individualism can be erased. And I'm not finna go in on Jalen Smith. I'm not finna be that guy today because I'm not going to give him, look, this is supposed to be a sad moment for people, right? You know, a guy losing his job should not be a joyful moment, right? This guy losing his job. I'm just playing with y'all. But this should be a situation whereas whoever the new defensive coordinator is, all of that hot boy stuff, all of that individual stuff, all of that dancing and stuff after a play, I'm not singling out one player, need to be gone. I'm not trying to make this a no fun football league. No. That's not my angle. But dog it, celebrating after a big tackle, no. Unless it's a tackle for loss. Major one at that. Unless it's 3 and out. That's the only time. I would come in there. Let me fix my jacket a little bit. I would come in there and say, I better not see any of you all on 2nd and 3rd, 2nd and 4 celebrating. The only way you celebrate, if it's an actual INT, you scored, it's an actual football fumble that you picked up. But none of this celebratory dances before you actually won or win it. I'm all down for group celebrations. You know, we all down for it. We can jump all around. We can do all of that stuff. Let me see. Where my dude at? Here we. Yay! We can do all of that. We can do all of that. But do it when you're in the end zone, money zone, red zone. Do it when you actually got the interception. Not a ball back down on 2nd and 4. Not a ball back down on 1st and 10. None of that stuff. They law you crazy, man. You old school. You old school. They need to make Law Nation character on GTA. Yeah, they do. They need to make me a character on GTA, man. That's gonna be dope. Glad this is press. Glad Nolan gone, but I hate that the beginning stage of the new defensive coordinator. Press. You're right. You 1,000,000% right, because we can look at this thing and say, "Yay! Look how happy! Look how happy people were." TA, right? TA Cowboys. Look how happy people were when Christopher Richard was gone. Look how happy people were when Rob Marinelli, Papa Rob Marinelli was gone. People were sitting there like, yeah, baby. Woo! We going to the Super Bowl. Yeah. KC. People were singing JoJo. People were doing all type of stuff. Jumping around. Saying, yeah. Not knowing that we will be historically bad. Look how happy people were when Byram Get Down Jones were gone. Oh, now we finally got a DB that can turn his head around and get to the ball. Okay. I'm still waiting on all of that burnt and all of that fire to be sprayed down to get rid of all of that heat. Oh, look how happy the players were. Y'all remember that? Xavier Woods, Cheeto. Who else was still here? Oh, Anthony Brown. Oh, we can be more freely now. Oh, we love this defense. Oh, I can freestyle now. Hey, how dare you guys bring up Earl Thomas? This defense going to be okay. Huh? Y'all remember that? Let me know if y'all let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong. So many people saying, yeah. And the players themselves were so happy. It's crazy. Ain't this right, Mike? Meticulous Detail Podcast. Richard is a big one. Cover defense. Not good. Okay. Okay. I'll try to read it. You can win with that contract, most important position. But, yeah, Zeke kills the team. This is from Adrian. Yeah. Yeah, my thing is with Ezekiel Elliott, we'll find out. We'll find out what he would do in 2021 season. But we got to make sure, like I said, on a late night hype, I brought up the point with Lyle Collins and my guy Jesse Holly. He was talking about the same stuff. He was saying that, hey, Law and Big Game James and Scott, when you north of 320 pounds, coming back from a hip injury, it's rough. It's difficult. It ain't easy. Juan says Zeke will be on fire. We'll find out. What kind of fire are you talking about, though? Are you talking about this type of fire? Huh? You talking about this type of fire? This is the type of fire he's going to be on? Shout out to you, Johnny Ramirez. Appreciate you so much. Or he'll be fired, right? Dexter says his messages are not highlighted. What about this? Huh? You highlighted now. How about that, Dexter? You highlighted now, baby. Yes, Marvin Lewis for defensive coordinator. I don't know, man. My thing is with Marvin. Marvin interviewed for the job last year, right? He didn't get it. Now, I don't know how that would feel for him to interview for the head coaching job. Ultimately, didn't get it. We knew it was to satisfy or solidify the Rooney Rule. We know about that. Y'all already know how I feel about that. Don't give me something to make you feel good. Don't give me something for policies. Hire me for the content of my character and the information that I got in my head. Don't hire me just to be a token, or don't interview me just to solidify a quota or what have you, because I'm not finna do it. I refuse to do it. You got to stand on something or you'll fall for anything. I'll walk clean out of the interview and say, look, appreciate you for your time, but I don't need you. I make my own money somewhere else. But don't lie to kick it with me, because I'll forever be your enemy. Nah, I don't roll that way. But for Marvin to get back here and say, okay, all right, I'll be the defensive coordinator. What you gonna pay me? What type of longitude and latitude I will have? Will I have total control of players? Can I discipline a player? Can I bench a player? Can I override the head coach on certain situations and scenarios? The best thing that I've seen, you guys remember the movie, Remember the Titans? They had my dog, Denzel Washington, on one side, and I forgot the other guy was on the other side, and they was on the same team. And he was like, man, you got to call a better defense, bro. You got to. You got to put this guy out there. Or they were going back and forth with the balance of power. I don't want that. Give me longitude and latitude. Give me longitude and latitude so that if this person need to hit the bench for misassignment, or if I need to chew out somebody for misassignment, then let me be that guy. But my thing is, don't hire me. And then you say, okay, I want this to happen. But you put me in a box, whereas I can't do that. That year, when Chris Richard, he was always how can I put this? Boisterous guy. I'm going to put it in that way. That's the best way to say it. Boisterous guy. And one day, we played against those funky Philadelphia Eagles. And you would think that guy over there with the baseball cap, that's one of the players. Nah, that was a coach. That's Christopher Richard down there giving all type of heat action to those funky Philadelphia Eagles players at that time, not even the fans, the players. We won that game, I believe, off of pure emotions, off of pure strong heart and determination. But the thing that really crawled up under my skin was the Stephen Jones said, oh, we don't like that around here. Shit. Not me as the GM. Not me as the player executive personnel. Obviously, I love all of that passion. But I'm going to tell you guys, for PC, we don't like that around here. That's how he should have prefaced the statement. Not chastise and belittle the guy on national TV and on the interview and these sorts of things. Nah, you just get out there and say, nah, that's the passion we need. All players fed off of it, and you start out there on the field. But I'm going to talk to Chris Richard after this is all said and done. He could have said it that way too. I want passion. I want when somebody make a mistake, I want to see it. I don't want to hear about it 3 years later saying that, nah, they couldn't do it. No, I want to see it. That's how the greats did it, right? Look at what Troy Aikman did when he was out there on the field. And these guys wasn't doing the right thing. That joker would get out there and just be yapping. Sounds of the sidelines had to go beep, 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 beep. Look at Jimmy Johnson when he was on the sideline. Look at Bill Parcells when he was on the sideline. Yes, you have a few coaches that do the stare. I like that too. That Tony Dungy stare when he was with the Colts, that stare, he just stare at you. He just stare at you. When you F up real bad, he just stare at you. Y'all thought I was frozen, but that stare right there, that will get you all acting right the next play around. It will. That stare, let me know. Did y'all ever had a coach to stare at you and be like, and you could just hear him streaming at you. You could just hear him talking about suicide. Lamont, appreciate you, man. I don't know, man. The AI, she done took a break. She normally would speak, but I guess I got to read it with my hooked on funny eyes over here. Been rocking with Law before his first YouTube page got shut down, back when he re-upload the games all the time. Monday, we will know about Certain. Yes, sir. Appreciate you so much, Lamont. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for the donation there, $4.99 for your mind. Yes. Boy, I've been rocking, baby. Yeah. Troy Aikman is the defensive coordinator. They don't want Troy Aikman here, baby. Sean Lee is the linebackers coach. That could be quite possible. But the defensive coordinator, whoever the new defensive coordinator, got to sign off on it. Because he may already have somebody in mind of saying, okay, this is going to be my defense. This is going to be the person I hire. This is going to be the person we need. And he got to have that ready, all in the flex, ready to lock, loaded, and be ready to go. He can't be having the Joneses. He can't have somebody else within the family members of the Jerry Joneses saying, okay, Sean Lee will be this good guy. And now you got to go through growing pains to elevate this guy or to elevate Sean Lee into being a coach as it relates to linebacking coach. But I think that he might do a wonderful job. I think he will do a good job. But we got to understand from transitioning from player to coach, there will still be some little growing pains with it. Cuckoos. Appreciate all of the mods too, man, for helping me elevate this thing. I really appreciate all of y'all love and adulations. Shout out to all of the mods, man, for being here right now. I really appreciate it, each and every last one of you all. Let me see what Cuckoo Coos Chicken worst defense Super Bowl ranked. Giants defense was the 25th in total defense, basically. Eli led the worst defense ever to a Super Bowl. For those that's in the chat box, do y'all know that there's different phases of defenses? Right? And y'all help me out. Help me out. I think the year that Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl, they was ranked 31st, 31st or 32nd, 30th defense. But look at those turnovers. Look at those takeaways. The year that the Saints won the Super Bowl, that defense was terrible. That was the Bounty Gate or something like that. But they led in turnovers and takeaways. There are sometimes defenses that will give up a lot of yards but have a lot of turnovers and takeaways. Even when the Colts won their first Super Bowl with Peyton Manning, same type of defense as the Colts, I meant to say. The Saints. God dog, I'm getting the team mixed up. But you guys get what I'm saying, all right? Turnovers, takeaways. They wasn't top 10 defenses, but they won the Super Bowl. You got to have playmakers. If you don't have a top-tier defense, you got to at least have playmakers. The year that last year, Kansas City Chiefs, when they won the Super Bowl, I don't think that they was top 5, top 6. Of course, the offense can settle for a lot of things. But they had playmakers. The Honey Badger. They went and got the kid from the 49ers or something like that, whatever his name is, or from the Seattle Seahawks, whatever his name is. Edge guy. Mixed him in with Chris Jones. One can argue that if they didn't make those acquisitions, if they didn't make those deals during the offseason, they would have never seen the Super Bowl. Right? So sometimes you don't have to have the top 10 defense, but I think that it will supplement it. It will help us out a whole lot. But you got to pull the trigger. You got to pull the trigger on playmakers. So when you see one, I did the mock draft. From Inside the Star. I just went over D4. Appreciate you, man, Nathan. You guys are gurus over there, man. Gurus with the facts. James Simmons, appreciate you. Pass rushers, yes. So the year, let me just go ahead and say this. The year that the Giants won the Super Bowl, their front four was crazy. Their front four, the NASCAR packages, man, it was crazy. They harassed Tom Brady. They harassed everybody. Look, they harassed us. They harassed us. Our defense was better. Our offense was better. But they was more prepared. We was in Cabo chilling. We had it all laid out, made in the sun, fun type of stuff. But in 2007, nobody can tell me that the Giants were better, but they was more prepared. So that goes to show you that coaching plays an element and a role to this thing too. You got to be prepared. I tell people all the time it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. I think that even this weekend, the Washington team, if they own money, they can't push the ball, they can't score. But if they own money with that defense, they can harass the hell out of Tom Brady. And the worst thing about Tom Brady, he's a pocket quarterback. And if they hit him one good time real good, and if they can't establish the run, the Washington team won them a playoff game. Hands down. If they do play the Washington team, right? The Buccaneers do play the Washington team. I could be off. I have not turned on football TV for a minute. Let me know if I'm right. But that front four is something strange. It's something strange about that front four when you can create pressure. Shout out to you, Joey Jackson. Shout out to you. It's about playmakers. Yes, they do. Jim Laws, appreciate you. So let's not sleep. If the Buccaneers, they better not sleep on the Washington football team. And they better hope and pray that it's not super cold, the weather's not nasty. That's the elements for the defense. That's the elements for the defense. So what we got to do is, okay, how far off are we from having a vicious front four? Mike Fisher reporting that Alden Smith don't like Dallas anymore. He want to leave. So is that a real deal now, right? Because we got Randy Gregory, we got D-Law, we got Bradley Anai, who never seen the field that much. We even got the kid that they pick up, was it Rondell Carter? I'll do another mock draft for Keem, I will. I will. I will. I will definitely do another mock draft. We'd mock draft this thing all the way out. Don Capers, what Capers' history been as a defensive coordinator? Yeah, we'll figure that out. They're coming for Brady. This is Sandra Love. They are. Look, people fail to realize. All it takes is one hit. One. And when them footsteps start sounding and that pressure start coming in at you, you're going to close it up. Now, I do know that Brady is one of those guys, a seasoned veteran, but it's still all it takes is one hit. Think I'm lying? Look at when the Ravens won the Super Bowl. They had to go through New England. Oh, boy, they had to go through New England. And they made them pay. Donald Eugene Harmon Jr. says Kellen Moore need to go. We'll find out. But he's going to be here for at least 3 to 4 years. Minimum. Mike Nolan got the 2013 Monty Kiffin treatment. Leave him alone. B. Nitty, what's good? Marvin Lewis, is that a real thing? Hey, Law, how about Dion as a defensive coordinator? We'll see how he do at Jackson State. He better get my Jackson State up there. All I want Dion to do his first year is beat Alcorn. Let me get one of these. Beat Alcorn, Dion, beat Southern. You beat those two. I ain't worried about Valley. We ain't worried about Valley. We ain't worried about Valley. Shout out to Jerry Rice. But beat Alcorn, and I'm okay. And beat Southern, I'm okay. Grambling, beat those two teams. You forever gonna be my coach for JSU. Happy New Year to you, Donald. Appreciate you, man. Does Sean Lee come back to start a coaching career? They probably do that for him.
Getting alerted all the time. Every time something moves in the yard. Sometimes there's a squirrel out there, So get alerted when it.
Yeah, you're talking about systems. Yeah. Twitter suspended Trump account. Mike, meticulous. Shout out to Trump, man. Twitter suspended him. Facebook suspended him. Shout out to him. I don't have no ear wheels for him. Valley State, baby. Indianola. Shout out to you, man. Sip the truth, man. Shout out to you. Sip the truth 34. Appreciate you, man. Let me see. Finally, accountable. Yeah, accountability. This is from Anthony. Accountability. No way. They better not bring Rob Marinelli back into this thing. They better not do that. Oh, my goodness. Somebody's put GSU. Get that out of here, man. Get that out of here, man. Let's see what we have. Trade our 10th pick to get J.C. Horn. I like J.C. Horn. I like what he brings to the table. Oh, my goodness. I ain't worried about TSU as well. Shout out to TSU, though. Shout out to them. Yeah. Who is your top pick for defensive coordinator? Who said that? Let me see who said that. Yeah, King. Shout out to you. Who said that? Who's your top pick? It slipped my mind. I'm going to have to do some homework. I'm definitely going to have to do some homework. Who are y'all top pick for defensive coordinator? But I put Mike Singletary down there, right? Say, oh, man, I just can't stand him. He coached the 49ers. I can't stand him. Played with the Bears. Shout out to the Bears, though. What about Eric Bieniemy? He interviewing for Atlanta, right? Matt Patricia, Wade Phillips, Greg Williams. Oh, my goodness. If they put Greg, that's the boundary gate guy, right? Oh, my goodness. Rashard, Marvin Lewis. I see a lot of people saying Rashard, Marvin Lewis, Dave Wannstedt. He's still alive. Yes, he's still alive. I think he worked for Fox. Jerry Jones is the defensive coordinator. I can see Jerry now calling up some old some old defensive plays out there, and the player not doing it right. He said, "I don't like your attitude." Oh my goodness, we can go get no, not Charles Haley. Charles Haley is crazy, man. He can't even get him as a positional guy. Singletary showed his Johnson to the players. See, Singletary is just different, man. Oh my goodness, he's just different. Seabass, you better submit your coaching application. No. Yes, indeed. Let me see what they got here. Let me see if they up. They still on commercial, but that's the longest commercial break in life. I'm trying to tune into them. Lovie Smith. Lovie Smith is a derivative or like an extension of like Rob Marinelli, right? It's just like the same style, same jazz, right? But younger. He's a Dallas Cowboys fan as well, Lovey. Rex Ryan, Chris Blunt is just too blunt. Rex Ryan is too blunt. I could see Rex Ryan and Mike McCarthy getting in fisticuffs. I could see them getting into a fight. And then I think Rex Ryan is all talk, but he can't throw hands. I think Mike McCarthy can really throw hands. So it'll be like one of those. Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session as we take a deeper look at Mike McCarthy body slamming Rex Ryan as he was trying to run. And I could just see Rex Ryan just getting laid out like Family Guy and Mike McCarthy just standing over him with one of those podium stands because he hit him, in the jaw or something like that because he called him a turd. I can really see that. Whatever happened, just like over there in Giants land when the coach got into it with the offensive line coach. I can really see that. Romo for defensive coordinator, he will be one hell of a defensive coordinator. You're right. I would yes to DeMarcus Ware. I see DeMarcus Ware more of a positional coach, like what Big Cat Leon Lett is doing. There's video floating out there that even D where he's showing Aaron Donald, I meant to say, techniques and how to swim and get to the quarterback, Von Miller and these guys. He's showing them over there at the not the Star in Frisco, South Lake. That's where he at, South Lake. Over there in South Lake, showing them all type of stuff over there in that field. Jason Carrot to Top Clap, give me cash. What's good with you, fam? Shout out to you, Jessica. Happy New Year to you. Romo not coming. He's not coaching material. Well, they get their guy they can go to the vacation trip on with again. George Edwards as the defensive coordinator. That would be the angle that I'm saying that the Cowboys would go. Yeah, they finna jump on that. Eric Mangini. No.
At 8.
Eric Mangini. Just something about him. I can't put a finger to it, but yeah. Nate Newton as the defensive coordinator. No, Big Nate. Nah.
Today, the news breaking during our broadcast: 2 coaches fired. Mike Nolan, Jim Tomsula. They're done. They're not going to be.
Can y'all hear that
ever again? We'll take your thoughts on that.
Can y'all hear that?
Lots of other subjects though. Mavs get the dub in Denver.
Shout out to the Mavs for winning.
In DFW. Holy cow, 6 players got it. And it's wild card weekend. Top takeaways going into this bad boy at 877-881-1053. Let's start as we always do, though, going around the room. Jeff, Brian?
H2O. I'm drinking H2O, and I'm thinking at least 3 times today I've thought, man, Gavin's right, which is a new record. And the biggest one was actually before the show because I was trying to get ready for the big wild card weekend grill off or smoke off,
Yeah, you said it's low?
And the last time I was at the store, they had the beef ribs, and I bought the beef ribs, and they were delicious. So I was like, well, I'll just swing back by, get some more beef ribs. They didn't have them. So tomorrow I'm going to have to make the St. Louis-style pork ribs because when you don't go to a trusted source for your meats, you don't end up getting Because the last time that I went, I was looking for the St. Louis style. Didn't have them. They had the beef ribs, so I got the beef ribs. Then I discovered the majesty of the beef rib, and I was like, sweet, I'll go back and get the beef rib. Well, they don't have it. So what's the solution? There's like Six Brothers beef I could do. I could drive to Costco, and I know they would have an amazing array. But what do I do? Keep going to the store on the corner. And so now I don't have the ribs I wanted.
Well, you're keeping it local. You know what I'm saying? And those ribs will be fantastic.
They will.
One ribs or another.
They just won't be beef.
When you got a taste for something, when you need that flavor, though, I hear you. Beef ribs can be a little bit more tricky to find, though. Ribs in general, sometimes you go for baby backs. You got St. Louis in there. How about you, Brian? What you drinking and what you thinking?
Yeah, I'm not drinking anything right now, but I was thinking the same thing because I got to go to Jeff's tomorrow. And I was thinking, do I do all dips? I got this new crawfish and andouille sausage cheese dip.
Oh, wow. That sounds majestic.
Yeah. And you put it in the big crock pot and you kind of, it's got all kinds of different flavors to it. So, yeah, I might, you got to have the scoops. You got to have something with some heft to it, the chip that can hold all that in there. And just do a bunch of array of dips. I've got Javier's green sauce dip down. I've got that one made. I've got things. But do I also thinking about maybe doing chicken and dumplings?
Ooh.
Because I've got a homemade recipe. Now, Jeff's doing chicken. He's doing wings. So it might.
That's doubling down on chicken.
Yeah, that's doubling down on chicken. And it kind of, so I think what I'm going to do, unless Jeff after the show tells me different, I think I'm just going to dip this thing up. Might do my charcuterie board too with all my smoked meats and stuff like that. And
He's
cheeses.
so versatile with his cooking. Make dumplings out of scratch on the spot.
Yeah, I could do that. So
yeah, I can do chicken and ribs. That's what I got.
Well,
I
no,
can make you a grilled cheese.
Maybe a burger.
Yeah, Jeff and I will talk after show. But I'm kind of struggling right now because I want to do what for football. It's an all day affair there.
You got to get it right.
Got to get it right.
It's a long day.
Yeah, we got 2 days. You got 2 days of football. Is what you got.
Well, I'm struggling a little bit as well as I'm drinking some coffee still here, the Pike Place out of the Keurig, and I'm thinking I might have had a top 5 worst dad day. Now she's back in school, in person, and at Friday they have a half day, and old dad, he got a call from the school about.
All right, really appreciate everybody for waiting for me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send a link out to everyone so you guys can jump in and post me your thoughts of this new coaching situation. The link is out. It's in the chat box there. Yeah, so just bear with me. Yeah, check it out. Check it out, and let me go ahead and pin this link at the top. Here we go. So if you want to jump in, let me know. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your opinions of Mike Nolan being fired, Tomsula. That's the Zoom link there. If you have good audio, good internet, just jump right on in, and you'll be part of the show from here on out. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Now is the time to know what's on your mind. We're going to do this for a couple of minutes here, and then we'll jump off this situation. But that's the link. It's at the top of the page there. If you're on the Facebook groove, you can come over to YouTube to see the link. If not, I think you guys should still have it in your description box somewhere. And while they're talking about food and everything, that's something that made me hungry. I need to go grab me something to eat. That's the real deal. All right, so we got somebody in here now, Carlton. I'm going to let him come in and speak your mind. Okay, you can name yourself too. So, Carlton, you're live. Let me make sure Carlton, let me get him unmuted there. Carlton, just unmute. Unmute yourself, Carlton. And we'll get this thing going one way or another. Yes, he's fired. For those who just not tuning in, Mike Nolan and Tomsula, they're fired. All right, we got Jessica. You in the waiting? Okay. Let me just go and admit to Jessica. Maybe she got her stuff together. We'll figure you out, Carlton. Give it a few seconds while she connect over. Hopefully her audio is straight and everything. Yeah. This is what it is, Cowboy Nation. One day at a time, one movement at a time, brick by brick, we stacking these things together. Yes, Mike Nolan is fired for those who don't know or not aware of it. All right, so let me see if I can get one of these persons up in here. Now, we still can't hear you, fam. They trying to reconnect. Really appreciate everybody. Just no more nepotism. This from Perry Locke. All right, Jessica ready now. All right. You live, Jessica.
Hey, Lau.
Hey,
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's to you.
Well, is Mr. Mike Nolan gone? We don't need nobody leftover, Lau. We don't need no leftover in. We don't need other people leftover. We need somebody that's going to come in, that's going to utilize this defense and use them as they should be used. Because how can they go from 2014 being the top dogs all the way down to now being
Dead
low,
last. Yeah.
dead last,
Yeah.
because people not utilizing them like they should, and they need to go back to what they was doing in 2014.
Right.
They was the way they was utilizing the defense in 2014, and even I know Mr. Chris Richardson is not here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But we need somebody that's gonna be a leader of that defense as a coach and use them boys as they are and in the position that they're used to. Yes, change. Some people don't like change, but change for the better. And we need Randy Gregory on that field to stop taking him in and out of the game. I know they doing this new thing, trying to rotate players so they don't get tired. But when you not hardly playing your dog, and every time you put them on the field and they go get sacked, you know what I'm saying? Let that man play. Because when him and D out there together, they are off the change, as well as Diggs and LV hurt, and hopefully all our players come back. Everybody work, and like I said, all season they need to work their body, keep themselves in shape. Don't be sitting around getting overweight and all of that and not out of shape and stuff, because we need them healthy and strong. And I'm glad that Amari Cooper went on and did what he needed to do so he can be ready, because we need all our boys ready and on top, and they need to go on and sign Dak and pay the man. I'm tired of people talking about let him go. No, sir. Yes. Why would you let go a top quarterback to get somebody that's just not coming to the league? No, we need what we got.
Facts. Yeah. We need to go ahead and pay this man, pay everybody else, pay this man. Let's see how this thing can go all the way
I'm
through.
tired of hearing all this crazy talk people are saying. Mm-hmm. And it seems like people won't, the way some people are talking like they really want this man not to get signed and they don't want him to make it in the league. But what God has for that in the other players, it's going to happen. It ain't about what you want. Would you want somebody to disgrade you and you know what type of person you are? Or a lot of us wouldn't like it if people out there bad mouthing us and we know what type we are, even though we go through it, we can't stop it. But I'm just saying, why would you want to tear down somebody who was at the top of the whole NFL before he got injured? And even after he got injured, Dak was still leading the whole NFL, even all. He was beating Rodgers. He was beating Wilson. He was beating majority of all those QBs everybody got. Even Mahomes. That was the ranking quarterback of the whole NFL. So how would you want to disrespect that man? Pay the man and let's move forward.
Miss Lady, you speaking nothing but the truth. I see a lot of people that's in the chat, your compatriots over here. They are saying the same thing. Like, yeah, pay the man. Let's get this thing going the best way possible. Appreciate it.
Because I mean, even though you see these people, haven't y'all had enough of what they say? What they say, everything glitter ain't gold, right?
Yeah.
So haven't y'all had enough of that fool's gold, that fake gold? Okay, we got gold nuggets. pay the gold, keep our gold nuggets. Why would you want to throw away your real gold for invitation gold? That ain't gonna work. You got to keep what you got and handle what you got, utilize what you got. Add some more. I'm not saying we don't need to add some pieces in there at all, but I'm talking about stop trying to get rid of everybody. Stop talking about cutting everybody. Every year we go through the same thing. I would like to be able to look at what y'all looking at for the draft law. I don't know how y'all do it because I would like to know what's going on in the draft.
No doubt.
I'll just keep watching and listening.
Appreciate you so much, Jessica. Thank
you.
You
have a great day.
Peace. Appreciate you. All right, we're going to have Carlton up. I hope that he got his things together. Carlton, you up? Let me see if I can do it this way. There you go. And unmute yourself, Carlton. That's good stuff from Jessica right there. Carlton, what's good? Talk to me.
Well, yeah, they need to go ahead on and pay Zach, man. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. I guess Zach, ass kissing, kissing up to Jerry Ways. I guess I don't know. I guess that's what it is.
Oh my goodness, man! He don't kiss the pig right there. And put his pig right there.
You got to kiss a little bit before to get a little bit, but I guess he ain't doing that.
What's your thoughts on the defense, though? What's your thoughts on the new defensive situation that we got going on right now?
Man, I don't know. Mike Nolan should have been fired. That guy was horrible when he at his last job he was at. I don't know. I don't even know who they brought him in. You can get a guy from high school to come in there and coach them boys better than that. They need to do a major upgrade on the defense. They need to figure out what they're gonna do with Jalen because Jalen have a hard time covering. I mean, he run around, do a little elbow swipe. I mean, The brother's a good brother. I don't know that much about him, but God, he cannot cover tight ends. Well, I don't know. He just can't cover them.
One thing I can say, he's a great tackler out in space, right?
Yeah,
he's great tackler in space. He's great tackler in space is what I looked at his all 22, and I put every play that he made this year up. He's a great tackler in space, but his issues and his flaws and his warts are in coverage.
Yeah. So I think we need to get I think we need to get another linebacker out the draft. Right. I don't know whether or not Sean Lee gonna go to coaching or not. I don't know what kind of defense they're gonna go back to. They might go back to a 3-4. Well, I think it'd probably be good to bring Wade Phillip back in there because Wade Phillip, I mean, he know the Cowboy culture and the Cowboy country. So I think Wade Phillip might be pretty good. Then we need to figure out what we're gonna do with Xavier Woods. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on with that brother.
Well, Xavier Woods, this was a contract year for him, as well as with Jordan Lewis. So Cheeto Woozier, the new defensive coordinator, gonna look at it and be like, "Sayonara, I have no love for y'all." But on top of that, here's the situation. Y'all can't hear him though. Let me know if y'all can hear him in the chat.
Okay, I hear you.
Yeah, okay. I'm making sure. I think Jessica was saying that you're on mute, but you're not. But here's the thing. I do believe everybody's putting that down there 4-3, so I think that we need to stick with 4-3.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But we got to find that. We got to find that other dog in the linebacker dog, man. We got to have that dog.
You probably have to do it through the draft. You probably had to do it through the draft, and if not, you probably had to spend some changes. We have to do a free agency run and see who all is out there.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I do think they need to go ahead on and pay Zach. And I mean, I don't know what's the whole up.
Oh, hold on, you got to say Dak because everybody's saying you saying Zach.
Dak. Well, you know, I'm from the South. I'm from the South.
Yeah, you like me, man. I'm so country, man.
I'm country, man.
And my wife like, what is that? What did you say? I said, syrup. Pass the syrup, man. It's syrup. We had a whole discussion about syrup versus syrup.
Oh man,
it's syrup, man.
But they need to go ahead on and pay Dak, man. They need to go ahead on and do it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's up with them Joneses, man.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, bro.
I don't know.
Thank you so much for tuning in, though, man.
Okay then.
All right, a good call from him, man. All right, so we're gonna try to bring in Crowd D Deja, I think that's how you say your name. Okay, you ran off. Hakeem. So when you click on the link, it's an open link to everyone. Y'all will jump in, and I'm going to unmute you. So when you jump in, this is the best way for me to have a calling queue. So here you go. Hakeem, let me know when you're ready. And I guess you got to be from a actual, laptop or a computer or a phone or what have you that have the capabilities to have Zoom on it. This is Zoom conference call. That's what you do when you click on that link. You jumping into the Zoom conference call. And Jessica got it right. Hakeem. Let me see if I can get you in here. Ask to unmute. I really want to know your thoughts, Hakeem. You there? You live on the show?
All right, can you hear me?
Oh man, you on that thing, man.
All right. Well, I think we just gotta have a big cultural change on defense. Xavier Woods, like, once again, we know you can't go 100% on every single play, but you don't say that, Xavier. You don't say that. You don't say that. You don't say that you can't do it. You go hard like every single play to truly help your football team win the game, to truly make an impact type of play. So, and I mean, it's clearly on display for everyone to see. I mean, even Troy Aikman has called him out on national television saying, I'm not sure about the effort right there on that play. And when you have people like that truly being able to see it on national television, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Right.
So we need a big cultural change on defense. I guess they made some great moves by getting out Tomsula and getting out Mike Nolan, but we just got to have a big cultural change, a big mentality change on defense.
Fact.
I think the offense is good. I think the offense is straight, but we're just going to have an overhaul on the defense, just drive nothing but defense. Defensive players get the best unit out there on the field. It's that simple. Why do other players from our football team go to other teams in the National Football League and win Super Bowls? DeMarcus Ware did it with the Denver Broncos. Anthony Hitchens, Wilson went to the Chiefs, won the Super Bowl. This is ridiculous. So, I mean, I just wanted to give my 2 cents real quick, but I think we can do it. Once again, we just got to drive nothing but defense. Get the right guy in there that's going to bring a mentality change to the football team, and we should be all right.
The mentality of it, yeah. So let me see if I can get this thing straight. You guys can hear the caller, right? Let me know. I think it's a lot of people were saying that it's low, but I think you guys should be able to hear the caller. He was talking about the mentality being changed. He was talking about the dynamics of the defense. We might have to cut bait with everybody, trim the fat, make this thing one of those things where we can see something different. Because when we see a new defensive coordinator go to other teams, we see that thing wide open. Remember the Denver Broncos, they had an issue. And they said, okay, they brought in a new defensive coordinator. They brought in some players to make some change. Oh, it was Wade Phillips. All right, how about that? Oh, the Rams. They needed to have something different. They brought in a new defense. Mm-hmm. Was that Wade Phillips again?
Yeah, Wade Phillips again. Phillips again. So we need to get him or something.
So the 2021 Cowboys, they bring in Wade Phillips.
Shit, why not?
Why not?
I mean, where's he at? Well, where's he at? Like, they need to talk to him. They need to talk to him, Law. They need to spurt, like, seriously, like, we got to fix this because we're going to be the laughingstock of the NFL. Like, we're still living off of the 90s in terms of our Super Bowls. Yeah. Every other team is surpassing us. The Miami Dolphins are probably going to approach a Super Bowl in a couple years. The Ravens are trying to do it now. The Titans are trying to do it now. Like, we're the laughingstock of the league, really, to be honest with you.
And not just that, the only 3 playoff wins since 96 or 95 year is very daunting too. So that's crazy.
Yes. So hell, like I said, give Wade Phillips a call, have him come in. Truly,
ladies and gentlemen,
we
yeah,
we have the potential. We have the potential to have possibly a top 10, maybe even top 5 defense. If we can get the right mind in there and bring in a cultural change. Hell, even the Rams defensive coordinator now, what's his name? He's a perfect person to bring into our team.
I don't even know who the defensive coordinator for the Rams right now.
Man, he came up under Vic Fangio, so that just gives you a sense of his type of defensive schemes that he runs. So he comes from that 49ers type of mentality when they had Alden Smith, when they were good around that 2011 type of era. He comes from that type of mentality. So bringing someone like that, because you see the Rams, I mean, their defense was still decent this year. Anyways, they cut bait with a lot of their great players. He still
Right.
may do with what he had. So basically, what I'm saying is bringing someone like that, someone who can truly fit the scheme to its perpetuity, a 3-4. We can keep a 3-4, but we got to have the right guys that can run it. Like what the previous caller was saying, Jalen.
Yeah, they said Brandon Staley was the is the defensive coordinator for the Rams. Appreciate it. I got a lot of smart people up here in the chat, man.
Yes, Stanley. Yes.
My thing is, I don't think that we was a true 3-4. I looked at most of the snaps. We still line up at base 4-3, and it split. They started off doing the hybrid stuff, and then towards the latter part of the year, they still line up at base 4-3, but they allow Randy Gregory to stand up, and they allow D-Law to stand up, but it's still like that 4-3 look. So it could be, like you said, hybrid. I think that the core of this team is still 4-3, and they might just stick with that. But I really appreciate you, man. I'm going to let Otis in on the stand. But we got one more question. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, basically, why they're still in that 4-3 mainly is because of DeMarcus Lawrence tank. And he hasn't even been producing like to what we would want to see in terms of a true sack leader in the NFL, a true pass rusher to get after the quarterback. He hasn't been that.
Right.
So that's the main reason why they're still stuck in that 4-3 type of presence, I believe. But in my opinion, put Alden Smith out there, Randy Gregory, I believe we got some dogs. I really do. Get that middle fixed and then look and see what happens. But that's my opinion. I know you got a next caller, but thanks, Law.
Appreciate you, bro. Let me give you one of these. Appreciate you. All right, Otis. Otis, man. Hey, just unmute yourself, man. You will be on the show. It's your world.
What's up, Law Nation? How you doing?
Man, it's everything. See, now I got the flow. Man, you like the fourth or fifth person now, and now I got the flow. I see how I got to do it now. So, man, I really appreciate you, man. What's your thoughts on the firing of Mike Nolan and Tomsula?
I think Mike Nolan was a good coach, but I think the players never play for him, though. I don't think those guys came to play this year after Jason Gary left. I think they were still in the feelings, and they never really played this whole entire year. Prior to Mike Nolan coming to Dallas, he had a better record, right?
Are you talking about Mike Nolan, like prior to him coming to Dallas, like what he did over there in Saints land as the linebackers coach?
Yeah, the Saints had a good defense. Right?
But I think that his fingerprints was only within the confines of being a linebackers coach. Sometimes, in life you can have too many hats, or you can have too many positions. You may be good at some things, but may not be good at all things. Just like with Jason Garrett, I think that he would always been a better offensive coordinator, although the Giants didn't do anything this year. But I thought that he was a better offensive coordinator opposed to being a head coach, if that can make any semblance there.
But when you look at the players, though, so when you see the players on the scenes were better than the players the Cowboys have?
I think that linebacker, I forgot his name, is at the tip of my tongue. Oh my goodness!
What's his name?
He came on. He came
he's
on.
The best linebacker, right?
Yeah, he came on my dog. I'm having a brain freeze right now.
Yeah, I know.
But y'all, what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, right. He came on Joe Boo show, but name it Demario Davis. Yeah,
Demario Davis.
Cesar Sanchez. Yeah, Demario Davis, man. He's a different type of cat than a Jalen Smith. But that's just one positional group. They had some dogs up front on their front four.
Okay, but then when going into 2021, I think Dallas Cowboys need a whole brand new linebacker core. So we got 10 picks, right?
Facts.
Can you see them going all defense? Because I think for the offense, we probably need like maybe one good center, just in case something happens that can be a rotational center. And I just think we can go linebacker, safety, and maybe one or two corners if they can keep Awuzie. Do you think they can keep Awuzie and Jordan Lewis, or they can let them walk?
I don't know what they're going to do on the defensive side. I don't think that they should go all defense in the draft. I think that they should go with BPA philosophy, and anything that they would need, they should look into the free agency. I think that would be the better outcome because of the fact that there will be more of a known commodity versus the unknown. And I want this team to really make one or two investments in the free agency and then just make the right supplements as it relates to the draft, knowing that you got to get these guys up to pace and up to speed. But I really appreciate you, Otis, for calling in. What other thoughts you got?
Yo, do you think we can go after Earl Thomas? Is it too late though?
That's shipped and sailed, man. The time to get Earl Thomas in was last year, and now he took a whole year off of no football, no contact, and I just don't want him to come out here, play for a week or so, and get injured, and now he's looking for a big settlement as far as injury. So I just think that they need to just go out there and maybe invest in a Justin Simmons if he's available, or even the Anthony Harris, I believe, that used to play for the Vikings or still play for the Vikings. See if they can get a veteran guy to help out as it relates to that safety role.
Yeah, I know Jason Gary. I know Jerry Jones is not going to bring Wade Philly back the way they let him walk out of Dallas and replacing him with Jason Gary. So I think Marvin Lewis would be the best defensive coordinator out there. I think that's my pick to come and help the Dallas Cowboys defense. He was good when he was in Chicago, and then when he was a very good defensive coordinator. I think he can really help the Cowboys.
And no doubt, man. I'll take a look into that. Otis, appreciate them. Give you one of these, man. Thank you so much. That's a good call from Otis, man. I like it. I like the new way, man. You guys just click the link, jump right on in, and then I'll just unmute you, and you can be able to talk. And in the future, maybe I'll throw your face up on the screen somehow. Maybe I'll put a little box right above the microphone over here, right over here in this area, right here. So that people can see y'all faces if y'all want to do that. I know he got the guy mixed up between Lovie Smith and as well as with Marvin Lewis. See, I'm about to say Marvin Harrison. So you see how little names get mixed up. But my thing is, whatever the Cowboys do, they better make the right decision. Speaking of the right decision, I really appreciate each and every last one of you all. And wrap it up. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this content, let a friend, neighbor, or foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboy Sports Talk and Beyond. Shout out to you, Damian. Shout out to you, Harold, Robert. Shout out to you, CJ. I see y'all on the Facebook groove. Lee, Knight, Tim, Coleman. Appreciate everybody, man, for being part of this thing. Let's continue to grind to shine. This is from Dexter. Appreciate you for the $4.99. Let me get this pig out the way. Let me see if I get this pig out the way. Give me a few seconds. Where that pig at? That pig always jump in. And, that's Jerry. Oh, my bad. That's not a pig. Oh, my goodness. We got Jerry Wayne Jones up there on the screen. Leave Jerry alone. Yeah. Jerry, you got to make the right decision, brother. You do. And my thing is, Jerry, everything is up to you. You got to allow – there you go, Jerry gone. I had to start talking about him. He went. So you got to allow whoever the defensive coordinator is to pick his group of guys. All right, let me see. Uh-oh. My dog, Big Gabe James. I'm going to have to save that important news for when he go live or what have you. But he got a special guest that's going to come on. The Hype Show, boy. See, my dogs, they be working, boy. Oh, we got a special guest, man. It's going to be nice. It's going to be a lit show, man. I cannot believe it. That's what I love. That's what I love, man. We work together. We grind together, man. We stay up together. And he just texted me who we going to have on the show. And I'm sitting there like, nah, dog, for real? Let me get on out of here so I can get crunk with him, man. We're going to have him on the show. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. The late night hype, baby. Let me get him out of here, though. Let me play some music on my way out. Y'all cover your eardrums because it's finna get loud, baby. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah. It's loud, baby. It's going to get loud over here. Let's go. Yeah.
This is
They say a prize fighter, even when he's down, he's continued to swing those blows. He continued to find a way to fight. And Cowboy Nation, we're going to figure out how to find a way to fight. We're going to continue to how to find a way to still support this team. I know it's been 25 years. Now it's 26 years, right? But I come here to tell you guys, hey, when you get knocked out and you're laid out, the best thing you can do is just say hey to myself, unless you're Nate Robinson. You know, you don't want to be that cat. But you want to figure out how you can stand back up and get back in the ring. Hey, I'm from the country. You get knocked off the horse, best move is to get back on the horse, because if not, that horse done defeated you. And I'm going to tell you guys, everybody that's watching, everybody that's here, we back on the horse. We're going to see this thing all the way through. Write this down for everybody that's out here that really want to shift and shape your mind to the right place. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you would simply, just simply, go after the
Yes,
things
sir.
you want.
Nolan gone.
With all of
Let's
your
go.
capacity,
Law Nation.
capacity. Man, I'm telling you guys right now, you'd be real happy. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Quincy, yes, sir. Thank you for the donation. Let's go. Let's go. We're out. Oh, guess who we gonna have? Guess who we gonna have? Y'all put that down in the comment box. Yes, let's go. Turn me up. Let me see that fire emojis. I got to see the fire emojis before I go. I got to see all of it everywhere, baby. Let me see that fire. Let's go. Let's go.